As we get ready to celebrate Public School Volunteer Week and say thank you to the many folks from our community that come forward to help our young people, I'm thrilled at the two good news items that we have to share with you tonight. The first allows you to hear from Jim Means in current technical education, Mr. Jeff Darr, who is a legend at Northwest High School, and these three young men that are sitting behind me that have lit the business community on fire with their passion and their enthusiasm for a project called Innovation U. And I've had the opportunity over the last couple of weeks to hear stories from business leaders about the impression that these guys have made on them, and to hear that from our community in environments that are totally impromptu with an opportunity to have folks share whatever opinions they have, to hear the level of respect that they have and enthusiasm they have for what these young folks have done under Mr. Darr's leadership is pretty spectacular. So we wanted you to have the opportunity to hear about the Innovation U project and to understand how our student guests from Northwest High School are influencing kids in kindergarten through 8th grade to aspire to be young entrepreneurs. So without further ado, I'm pleased to welcome Jim Means, Jeff Darr, and our three student guests from Northwest High.
Well, thank you. I look forward to sharing a little bit more this evening about some great things happening in CTE. But I think one of the wisest things that I can do as a leader is know when to step back and let teachers and students what they do best. So I'll have Jeff come up and explain a project that he's put a lot of effort in along with the students with very little help from me, but wonderful results.
Good evening, and thank you, Wendy and Jim. These three young men to my left, far left here, is Nathan George and Noah Birchfield, and this is Riley Johnson. 3 years ago, we started a project called Innovation Rally, which was a DECA project that was to promote entrepreneurship in some way or fashion. And three of my students that year started the project, and they basically aimed at grades 3, 4, and 5. And the basic premise of the project is to have the students create something out of an everyday item that is revealed at a given point in time. And that year it was what's on your table there, a water bottle. And we had everything from bird feeders to organizers that the kids created. And then they had to create a 3-minute video. That very first year we had 15 students or 15 teams participate from our school district. We decided to keep it going in year 2. And I think year 2 we did an aluminum can. And again, it grew a little bit. We added grades 6, 7, and 8 in year 2, and we had 28 video submissions that year. And these three young men completely blew that out of the water. They went out and promoted it in the schools, in the community, and in the end, they had 225 video submissions due to their efforts and their work. And because of that, and along the way, they got to really collaborate with Gary O'Borney and Scott Schneiderman and Richard Ryerson and Brandon Paulsine and several members of the business community. And that's my goal every year, is to get these guys and my students to engage and collaborate. Gary likes to call it collide, create collisions with the business community, and these guys have taken it to that next level. They've presented at the Wichita Chamber of Commerce annual meeting. They got to meet Damon John from Shark Tank that evening. They presented to E2E. They presented at the Entrepreneurship Task Force meetings, and they presented to a group of CTE teachers in a meeting that Jim coordinated. They presented to the bank, the president, the vice president, and others of Bank of America here in Wichita, to the Greater Wichita Partnership, and not too long ago they got to present at 1 Million Cups. Not too many high school kids get that opportunity to present at 1 Million Cups, and they did a great job with that as well. Just last week they got to present their project and what they have done to Mayor Jeff Longwell and the Wichita City Council. They took their project to the state DECA competition in Kansas City, and they took first place in the Entrepreneurship Promotion Project, which qualified them to go on later this month, and they're going to be presenting at the international competition where 18,000 high school kids from literally all over the world will be in Anaheim, California. And we're hoping, knock on wood, that they do quite well at that, and I know and I know they will. And to top it off, they're gonna the negative is they're seniors and they're going to be graduating, but they have definitely raised the bar for next year's group, and I'm sure they will stay involved in some way, shape, or form. But we couldn't have done it without collaboration with the business community, with Wendy Johnson, Jim Means, and others in the elementary and middle school teachers who grabbed a hold of it and got their kids involved. And the letters and emails that we've received from those guys has been tremendous. And we want to just thank the board and everybody that's been involved in one way or another for giving these guys the opportunity to engage with the business community. And initiative equals opportunity, something I preach all the time, and these three young men have shown more initiative than I thought was maybe out there. So I'm proud of them and excited for their futures. They're all three wanting to stay here in Wichita and go to Wichita State University. And that wasn't the way it was at the beginning of the school year. Their connections that they've made with the Wichita business community have really made them want to stay home and be here and really nurture those connections that they've already made. So, again, thank you for this opportunity to share this good news.
Congratulations, gentlemen. We do have a... Oh, don't sneak away yet. We have a couple questions for you. Joy?
Well, I wanted to also echo what you said. The three students, I've seen you around at different events. I saw you at the annual meeting. I think I spoke with one of you there. Was it you maybe? Yes, okay. And then when you spoke at 1 Million Cups, which is something that we go to as well in our company, but I missed that morning because I think I had a board commitment or something. But I got all kinds of emails and tweets and Facebook messages. Have you seen these guys? Do you know what they're doing in your school district? No, I don't know anything about that. You really have done a lot for the city of Wichita and for our youngest students to help them understand that they can be in charge of their own destiny. We are building something really special here in this city. And I think 4 years ago, when I got elected to this position, I said, maybe there's a Steve Jobs sitting in one of our classrooms, and maybe here one of them are. Maybe there's three of them. Maybe there's a Thomas Edison or who knows, a Henry Ford. But we're really excited about what you've accomplished so far. And personally, as a businesswoman, I'm really excited to see what you do next. And I know you're sad to lose them, but I'm really excited to see what you're going to do in Wichita and how you're going to help our city move forward and how we can help you. So thank you for stepping out and taking a chance and risking, because entrepreneurship always involves risk. And thank you for supporting them, you and Mr. Means and all of your staff are making sure that they had a little bit safer risk now, but go for it. You guys can do anything.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Would you gentlemen like to say anything?
Really, on all three of our parts.
Step up to the mic, if you would, please.
For all three of us, it's really just a thanks to the community behind us that's really pushed us to this point. Without the support we've seen from everybody here, we wouldn't have got 2,000 kids to participate, 225 teams submit videos. So just thank you to you guys, too.
Well, we're very proud of you. Thank you very, very much. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It made my heart full when I heard that they were all going to stay in town and go to Wichita State University. I must admit, I am a shocker. Shocks. We really do have extraordinary partners, and I was very impressed when I heard Renee Erickson talk at a principals meeting a couple of months ago about a new partnership that they created in conjunction with Popeye's Louisiana Chicken to support their students. And Joni Hawks is here tonight, as well as our friends from Popeye's. Ms. Erickson had an emergency that kept her away at the last minute. But again, as we prepare to celebrate volunteers who embrace our schools and stand up and support our young people, I'm honored to invite Joni to tell you more about this great partnership.
Thank you, Wendy. I am the site contact for the volunteers and partners at Brooks Middle School. And, you know, it's wonderful to have supportive families in our school, but at Brooks Center for STEM and the Arts Magnet Middle School, our T-shirts only come in large to fit all the name on there. But we've been blessed to have not only a wonderful set of grandparents who are supportive in that role, but they've also partnered with us and support our schools in several ways. Willie and Linda Kendrick, they serve on our site council, and they appreciate the experience that their grandchildren have had at our school, and they are very good ambassadors for Brooks. And through Wilkin Enterprises, which owns the Popeye's Chicken franchises in Wichita, they support our school with donations. This year, they supported our structured learning class, our volunteer program, and our music programs by sponsoring several Links to Learning PSAs at some concerts. Willie and Linda have also committed a significant donation to a future project that is in the very early planning stages at this time, but we're excited about that. They not only donate financially, but they share great ideas for enhancing our school environment and supporting our staff. We appreciate the Kendrick support and the partnership with Wilkin Enterprises. And I know that Willie and Linda invest in Brooks not only because their grandchildren attend, and you may recognize London was here last month as one of our 99% winners, but they invest because they believe in the community connection and they want to support that. So thank you both. Please join me in thanking them. There you go.
Thank you so very much for your support. Would you like to say anything to the board?
Here, I'll trade, please.
I'd like to say thank you for the recognition, but it's just a drop in the bucket behind what you guys do in this wonderful system in this wonderful city that we live in. I've kind of lost for words because these three young men just blow me away. All right? Joy, there are a bunch of Steve Jobs sitting in seats in our school system, and they're up at Brooks. and in all the schools in Wichita, and it's up to us to be able to nurture them and give them the opportunities that these young men have been given, and look what they do. So I'd like to say thank you. I want to thank Brooks, that the administration there, the principal, Joni, for her efforts, and just giving us the opportunity to be of service. And once again, y'all keep up the good work.
We thank you very, very much.